Hey YouTube, Ryan Flame Cat, long time no see. I just wanted to do a little rant because I'm feeling it today. Feeling it. What really grinds my gears is that you spend hours and hours on art pieces and then somebody decides to just totally blow you off. I'm kicking dirty laundry out of the way, sorry guys. But I did this piece for a coworker that my husband got in contact with. And he was like, yo, my dog's passed away. Can you do this really nice little tribute piece to them? And I was like, oh my god, I would love to do that. So I went to my local Blick Arts and Crafts. And I got myself a brand new set of watercolors that were like, they were the Cenelar, made with honey. I'd had my eye on them forever. So I went out and I got myself some new watercolors. I got myself a giant piece of watercolor paper. All in all, I probably went in the hole about, I don't know, $70. So I'm thinking to myself, you know, this is going to be great. I'm going to put a lot of time and effort into this thing, and it's going to be amazing. So look at this, okay? I watercolor all this. This is all beautiful right up in here, you know? Like, the dog's names, being all like Snoop and Foxy. I did all that with the cursive and the microphone and like all that detail up in there. Sorry, I'm trying to like see what I'm recording and showing you guys. But yeah, I spent approximately like 10 hours or so. I'm gonna ballpark between 8 to 10 hours on this, okay? So if we're working minimum wage, let's just say for the sake of conversation, I made $80 on this. You know, since minimum wage is like $8. So, I do this, and, you know, we try and contact the guy, and granted, it's my fault. I didn't get half up front, because, you know, I thought I could trust somebody to be like, hey, I'm gonna do you a solid, so you do me a solid, right? Yeah, that would be fine. You know, my favorite thing is that when you open up for commissions, you're like, hey, I'm open for commissions, I'm really affordable, everything's gonna be fine and dandy and wonderful, right? No, it's just cricket chirps across the entire internet. Doesn't matter whether you're on Instagram, Tumblr, or Facebook, anything. It's all just like nobody wants anything. But then the second that somebody's looking for art because, you know, somebody doesn't like actively seek us out, you know, like, you know, somebody will be like, hey, I'm looking for, you know, like the furry community. They'll look for badges and, you know, like cute things like that. And so they'll be like, hey, I'm looking for art. And then there's 50 trillion of us all clawing at each other's necks to try and get hired. And then because we all like swarm the person being like, hey, I'm looking for art, they don't end up picking anybody. They're just like, oh, this is great. Now I'm just going to watch you and I'm going to watch you. So it's really just like a vicious cycle of like never actually getting hired by anybody. Unless you've got a name for yourself, in which case, you know, you've got a backlog of people who want to just like, you know, line up to get your work and stuff, so there's that. So once you actually get past the blood, sweat, and tears of where I'm at right now, it's pretty okay. There we go, gonna rotate for you, rotate my owl. But yeah, I'm a little frustrated right now because, you know, I'm trying to just kind of make a living for myself and trying not to work minimum wage everywhere I go, but you know, it's always gonna be like that now, isn't it? It's like, every place I go, there's gonna be some, you know, some hurdle to jump over, or somebody being like, hey, you wanna buy art? And I'll be like, look, I made you art! And they'll be like, nah! It's a pain in the butt. But you know, YouTube, I'm gonna try and stay positive, even though it's a little... That's the emotion right there. So yeah. If you want to leave a link down in the doobly-doo about shit maybe you got stood up on, like you did a really nice commission for somebody and they stood you up, I'd like to hear your stories. You know, please tell me that, you know, tell me all the horror stories. You know, tell me I'm not the only one who's just frustrated at the moment. So, you know, either way, if you're an artist, let me know. If you're not an artist, that's okay too. But please have the decency to know that it really irritates us artists when everybody's like, like cherry picking. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I don't want to really like pinpoint an emotion because I just want to rant and I want to form a coherent or a cohesive thought before I go on a tangent. So anyway, YouTube, that's my little rant. Let me know in the doobly-doo what you have experienced in the art world and if my experience is something that you have gone through as well. I will see you next time, YouTube, and until then, I will see you. I just said that. I'm gonna see you guys.